Today's video is a little bit different, because what you're about to see isn't just another cheater. This is the #1 ranked player in Asia right now. Let that sink in. The top player, the one that should represent the highest level of skill in PUBG Ranked on PC. So here's the question. What if the #1 player in the entire Asia region isn't legit? A subscriber brought this account to my attention and asked me to take a look at the stats. So I did, and what I found isn't just suspicious. It's a pattern. Let's start with the basics. Looking at their stats this season, one detail stands out immediately. They've played just 5 non-ranked matches, only 5. Keep that in mind, it matters later. Now look at the rest. Almost every game played is FPP Ranked Squads, and then you see it. A 79% win rate over more than 200 matches. 79%, ask yourself honestly, does that sound achievable in ranked PUBG? This is a game built on randomness and unpredictability. Circle shifts, loot variants, third parties, for instance. Even the best teams in the world don't come close to this level of consistency. Even if you put together a squad of the best players on the planet, they wouldn't maintain this win rate in real ranked lobbies. So what's the possibilities here? Well, one argument is this. Maybe they're not cheating directly. Maybe they're just getting carried by teammates who are cheating and they don't know. Sounds possible, right? But think about it. Do you really believe someone can reach ranked #1 in Asia without realizing their teammates are cheating? Apparently, that's the line of thinking that allows accounts like this to avoid punishment. Other games call this boosting or bussing. In PUBG, it's everywhere, especially in ranked mode. Now, if you've watched my content before, you know I don't make accusations without evidence. Statistics alone aren't enough, even if they should be. So let's dig deeper. Here's a list of their teammates over the last 14 days. Look at how long this list is. For a player at the very top of the leaderboard, you'd expect a consistent squad. A squad of players they trust, players they've built synergy with over time. But clearly that's not what we see here. Remember, only 5 non-ranked matches played. That means almost all of these players were grouped with them and ranked, often for just a couple of games. That's 72 individual accounts that they've played with, almost always in FPP Ranked Squads matches. Now look closer. How many of these accounts are temporarily banned? How many have nearly identical names? At this point, it doesn't take a detective to see what's happening. This is a rotation. A revolving door of accounts using cheats to secure wins, and when one gets banned, it's replaced with another. Same strategy, same outcome, and it works. Because instead of permanently removing the problem, the system hands out temporary bans, and the cycle continues. That's 35 accounts that this guy has played with over the last 14 days that have some kind of ban on them right now. This excludes many of the highly suspicious bronze bomber accounts that they play with that aren't flagged. It shows you how utterly broken the detection is in this game. All the temp bans are flagged due to excessive in-game reports, most of which are totally ignored by Krafton. The temp bans will almost always expire without any follow-up. The automated detection is next to useless. There's only a couple of token permabans sprinkled over this lot. This totally undermines fair play not just in ranked mode, but over the entire game. It's the exact same anti-cheat for all modes and regions. If it's bad here, it's bad everywhere. This should concern every player that plays legitimately and values fair matches. And if you think that's where it ends, it gets worse. In a region as saturated with cheaters as Asia is, having cheaters on your own team isn't always enough to secure rank #1. So what do? You take it a step further. You team up with the enemy. Take a look at this match. Even in 2D, the pattern is obvious. See those familiar names in the opposing team? Watch how they work together through the match, never attacking one another, backing each other up to outnumber other teams. One of the accounts on the other team is almost named identically to the cheater featured on this video. This is the utter contempt these cheaters have for PUBG's anti-cheat. They aren't even trying to hide it. They know very well that Krafton has 0 detections for teaming and relies upon player reports, which it mostly ignores. And this is what you get. teaming in ranked matches clearly with accounts that use hack software which isn't detected. Oh, I'm sure they are using hack software too, even without a replay, I can tell. It's the ridiculously high headshot kill rate on many of these that show they are using Aimbot. Those with lower percentages likely have their aimbots calibrated to hit torso rather than headshot. These are just the ones I'm noticing. It's likely even worse than this, and this is just a 14-day view as well. Not a single shot fired between those teams, despite being next to each other for large amounts of time. Let me back up what I was saying just before about them teaming up with accounts that use Aimbot. This one here has played alongside the main guy for 15 matches over the last 14 days. Also note their current high rank on the C region ranked leaderboard. A 49% headshot kill rate in FPP Ranked Squads? Seriously, are you kidding me? And here's another. The name is almost the same as the original guy. These are all from the same clan as well? 40% headshot kill rate is better than any legitimate pro's stats by a considerable amount. So let's recap. The allegation is that the current #1 player in Asia Ranked stacks their squad on purpose with accounts that cheat. I've shown many of the very dubious accounts they've chosen to team up with, which have helped them earn their place on the leaderboard. This falls under the do not team up rule in the rules of conduct. This must have been updated recently because it now includes a very specific definition for this situation. They are considered a member of an abnormal team if they constantly team up with someone that is using cheat software. Now the question remains, how many banned accounts will it take for this rule to apply to someone like this? I'm sure I'll find more and more perma-banned accounts if I search longer than 14 days that have played with this guy. Let's also not forget the 2D replay where they were caught out red-handed. That's teaming, plain and simple. Krafton has claimed previously that they require video replay evidence to take action on teaming. But here's the reality. Both 2D and 3D replays are generated from the exact same match data. So what's the difference? One is accepted, the other is ignored. And that gap protects behavior like this. So what do you think? Is this a case of not enough evidence? Or do you think what I've put together here does raise some serious concerns which warrant further investigation and potentially action? Remember, PUBG devs can pull replays centrally for review, which will no doubt find more incriminating evidence. At the very least, this will validate that this player often plays alongside those using cheat software. They are also a clan leader whose members are clearly using cheat software to assist their progression on the leaderboard. I think it's entirely possible that a review of a replay would also find that they are using cheat software directly as well. It's probably a DMA cheating setup that they are using, but their gameplay will give away if they are using Wallhacks or not. Not that it matters much, there should already be ample evidence about them forming teams with cheaters in them. And the maximum penalty for breaking that rule is a permanent ban. I go to a great deal of trouble to make these videos with the goal of getting it right, exposing not just the cheaters but areas of improvement Krafton need to focus on to deal with these cheaters better. Yes, if you love the game, these videos can be somewhat confronting as I pull back the curtain and show you what's really happening. By shining a light on the problem, it's more likely to get fixed. If you appreciate this, then please give the video a like and share it around to your clanmates. My channel exposes cheaters on PUBG. If you like this, then consider subscribing to the channel to get alerted to new content. Thank you for watching.